guys, how you doing? FM Dale here, and welcome to Wawaw Wednesday, ain't we? It's the series where we're trying to get Sheffield Wednesday to the Champions League. Well, we got to the Premier League, so that's going okay. The results for that, not quite as good. Before we do anything, Kelly! You saw us lose 3-1 to Newcastle. We came out of that and lost 1-0 to Brighton. It was a bit of a nothing game. I feel like the penalty wasn't a penalty either, from what I could see. Very disappointing. We scored a goal that was disallowed. They scored a goal that was disallowed. As you can see, no one got in the sevens. It was awful. It was awful. Then we went into the League Cup game. Now in the League Cup game, I played a lot of players who want to get into the team, who were not first choices. And it basically proved why. The ones who were, Divine, 7-5. He did well, but he is a first choice left back, so that's not an issue. Ryan Longman got a 7-1, which we don't want to talk about. But 7-8 from Theo Corbeanu. Now, that is something to look into. But today, we've got the game against Leeds, which is big. But then, we have a little thing called the transfer window. And we're going to look into it. We're going to see if we could do something because we're struggling and we must get some players in. But let's get to that Leeds game first. So we're at home to Leeds, and it looks like this team-wise, we're changing formation. Just so you know, we're not going with the 4-2-3-1, which we've used basically the whole time. We're going to a 3 at the back with 2 wing-backs, 2 in the centre, 1 in front of that, pulling the strings, and 2 up front. Well, these are the players who are going to take those roles. Hazard will be in goal. We played Dawson in the Cup. It didn't go too well for him. So Dunkley, Clark Salter, and Gibson. We're getting the 3 big boys in our team. So hopefully that leads to positivity in the defence. Palmer will still be there because Bree's not back. Castillo is being pushed back to the left wing-back role. He can play that. We're not worrying about that. Scott and Lowry in the middle. Farias in front. Parrott and Brozier up front. 2 international strikers. We can but hope. The bench is as expected. Sieb actually was second in the Young Player of the Month. He's played 15 minutes, so that is what it is. It is what it is. The Leeds team for today, they are managed by Andrea Pirlo. What has this world become? In goal, they got Bernardoni, Rente, who's there now, and then quite a few players who we've not really heard of. Stu Dallas, who must be pushing 77 at this point. They've not lost Calvin Phillips throughout the save. Young Greenwood as well, a good young player coming through, but for me, it's an unknown subject. It looks like they've changed formation from their last game, switching to the 5-2-1-2, kind of similar situation, exactly similar situation to us. So they tried to go like for like with us. Let's see if we can beat them on it. Big game, big derby. It's a Yorkshire derby. And there's the team, as you have been told already. 2 losses and a draw. It's been very friendly to call the loss on penalties a draw. Oh, I didn't say that. The Peterborough game, we lost on penalties. Great one. Patterson missed the winning penalty. The league as it stands at the moment. We are still bottom of it. We're not quite. Goal difference is saving us. So hopefully today we can pick up our first points in the Premier League this season and just push on. We could do with pushing on. So kick off straight away there into the action, playing in that sort of lilac colour that no one likes. As Dia is through to Zakira. Oh, good save from Hazard. Good save, Hazard. But they found it very easy there to break through our defences, which is not brilliant. And they've headed it off the line from Palmer. Come on, boys. Can't be dealing with this. Back again. They're attacking again. The struggles continue as Greenwood to Junior Firpo. Oh, this season's going to be hard. This season is going to be tough. Look, we are working so hard at the moment on trying to get some players in to shore us up and not concede these goals. But we're conceding these goals. I mean, maybe I have to go back to Dawson. Maybe I have to go back to Dawson and say, look, that's the team that got us here. It's very hard to know what to do at the moment. Nothing we're doing seems to be working. We're changing formation. We're doing what we can. As Gibson tries to throw it into Brozier, and not even a throw-in is working for us right now. But the back three, for me, they are strong enough to at least... Gibson's having a nightmare. He had a nightmare in the game you saw us against Newcastle. He's having a bit of a mare here today. Hopefully... we can get the ball forward a little bit in this game. Get Parrott and Brozier. I think once they start scoring, once we see some goals from them, then positivity will come from that. Obviously, Brozier scored in the first game, but you need more as he just heads it wide. Not even, barely a chance. Half time, we just continue with the trend of not really looking very dangerous going forward. And that's a big worry that we're going to have to figure out. kick off for the second half. And I told the boys the first half wasn't good enough, but they got a whole half to make it up. So let's do it. Double sub's been made. Double sub is being made. Sieb's come on. And so's Knight. Knight's going to play the role just behind. I may change to the old formation, see if it makes a difference. Who needs a microphone, eh? Who knows? You can but try. We've gone with the 4 at the back, the 2, the 3, the 1, and nothing is happening. This is not good. We're going to lose the Yorkshire Derby, and we're going into a transfer window and a season of 4 games, no wins. Gibson in the end, look, played decent, but it's the goals. It's the goals. It's the step up, and we're not stepping up. Let's all look at the positives. Zidane was spotted at Hillsborough, so we can have a few positives, right? Oh, there's just no positives to be found. We're going to have to work on our midfield, I think. It's so hard to figure out quite where we need to work. We're probably going to change formation as well. I'm going to give you a little bit of a squad, a tactical in-look. As you can see, the disappointment in the players there. There's a lot to be worked on to try and make them happier again. But I'm thinking of going to this. I think we might be using an anchor man. Let's for example, a quick pick right now. I know that it won't have the right players in, but if we just put Ball there, we'll have 2 players in that midfield, but then we lose Arias. We lose the ability with Arias, but he's not doing much at the moment. So you think, well, are we losing much there? Sieb, maybe in that spot, bringing him in. I don't know. We're working on it. We'll figure it out. Let's get to the transfer window deadline day. And here we are, we're all in yellow. It's transfer deadline day and we are back. And we have 2 deals on the go. 2 deals trying to get through, both for defensive midfielders. I know you might be thinking, like, Dale, you're not scoring. That's more of an issue. I agree, but I think when the players start scoring, when they start working, we might be okay. We just don't have the money, to be honest with you. We've made 7 deals so far this summer. A lot of the best ones, very small money. To get a good player in at the moment, you look at this, like they're saying, Thiago Almeida, it's going to cost me 22.5. We've got 15 million to spend. There's no way I can do that. I've got to look at cheaper players, and it's very difficult in the Premier League to get by with them. So look, we'll just see. We'll see. There's a defender as a possibility over here as well. I'll let you in on this one. So we've had words with James Tarkowski. That's right. I've had words with James Tarkowski. Now, he can play defensive midfielder and he can play centre-back. All right, they're 2 positions that, not that we necessarily need, but he's only 31 years of age. He's not been a massive player since he moved to Arsenal. He moved for £5 million. He did all right that season. He just hasn't played much. But I'm thinking a little bit of experience in the Premier League can only help us, right? £5 million. I feel like that's a decent signing. I don't know if it is, but it looks like one that might happen. We've had loan deals for Longman and for Patterson. I've said no. Not just because Longman's 23 and he should play a little bit for us this season. I'd rather him just leave on full. You know what I mean? He's here until 2026, and I don't want to make a decision that basically stops us getting any money for him. It's a bit the same with Patterson. I know the Patterson's deal is going to run out very, very soon. 2026 the same, I know it's running out soon. So I want to try and get money for them before they leave on a free. So there's no point letting them go out on loan, especially when they're not paying me the right amount of money. It's 14 hours to go. Transfers, man. Right. So we're at the point now where we can make a decision on Tarkowski. He said he'll join, which is positive, but I want you to be in my mental process with me. We have a situation where they're saying he can be injury prone. Now, I'm looking at his injuries over the last few years, and that is not a lie. But they're only small injuries. 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 7 days. You know what I mean? They're not horrific injuries. Gashed arm, tight thigh, stub toe, tight thigh. Tight thigh a lot. Is it a danger? Is it a danger for £5 million to bring him in? The wage he's on at the moment is 63. We're offering 48.5, which is an outrageous wage to bring in a player. But if he's good, if he makes a big difference for us, is it good business or is it bad business? That's the issue I'm having right now. Do or do it? Do or do it? Do or do it? Do or trust who I've got? I'm doing it. We're bringing in James Tarkowski. That is a deal. That is done. It's signed. And it's his 100, if not 200%. One of those deals that you make on deadline day and you live to regret. That's one of those. We've signed him, though. He's in. They're slightly concerned we've got too many central defenders. 100% agree. 100% agree. But we've got to work on this, boys. We've got to get a good team. He's an important player in the prime of his years. Let's ask Dunkley to be nice to him, because I know that Dunkley's a bit worried. That I can see here it says developing concerns. He's worried that he's going to lose his spot in the squad. It doesn't seem himself at the minute. It's the arrival. Let's discuss it with him, shall we? What are we going to say? Well, you haven't been yourself here, Dunks. I see you haven't been yourself. Just concerned. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. He is better than you and probably will get in the team. But, yeah. We are running out of time. We're still trying our very best to get in a defensive midfielder. If not 2 or if not 12. We need some. Come on. Come on. There's been a sad move out of the club. Not one that I wanted, but one that's had to happen. And it's this guy. Martin Swiderski. If you remember, I got him on a free from Liverpool. I had really high hopes for him, but we couldn't secure a work permit for him. We tried to put him out on loan again this season, somewhere in England, so we could try and continue to get him a work permit. It didn't work for us this year, sadly. So he's gone for 1.5 million out to Applewell in Cyprus. Not what we wanted, though. I really wanted this boy to develop with us. It's just not happened. So, and another thing, there's another central defender down. Central midfielder down. So we're at a point, though, where I'm thinking I might let Will Fish go out on loan. So we'll see if anything happens with that. League One Leyton Orient are the only people who want Will Fish, and they only want him to be a fringe player. I think I'm going to have to accept it. I'm not happy about it. If Wimbledon come in, of course you can go there. But we have signed a player, possibly 2. So hold on. Before we let you know who we've signed, Will Fish has left, okay? 21-year-old Will Fish, he's gone on loan to Leyton Orient. We've shipped him out. That's obviously because we have players to take that place now. Obviously with Tarkowski coming in, with Dunkley in the team, probably needed to clear a little bit of space. That was Will Fish for us, but I can't see anything else happening. There's 4 hours to go. I don't really see where we make the extra signings. So I'll show you at the end of the transfer window what we've done. We have let him go. We have let him go. Longman is off. And he's off to Millwall for the year on loan. And you know what? I would have kept him. You know I would have kept him. I was trying to keep him just because if he has to leave, it's got to be money. But you know what? They are offering 8% of his wages plus 15k. So I had to accept it, really. Give him the opportunity. And we'll see what happens with him on that front. I'm not letting Palmer go. There's a million people wanting Liam Palmer right now. He is transfer listed. He wants to leave, but I'm not going to let him go on loan. That makes absolutely no sense. He's played 3 games in the Premier League for us. He is a Wednesday fan, so a player and everything. So we want him to stay, but I'm not letting him go on loan. They're not even willing to pay his wages. Deadline day is closed. Bam! Slammed shut. And I did tell you there was 2 signings, so we'll go and look at those right now. I didn't want to show you before just in case we made more, but we didn't manage to get any through. We did try for a couple of players that we'll probably see in the transfer roundup, whatever, who I tried to bring in, I couldn't bring in. But these are the ones that I did manage. They are both central midfielders. They are both defensive-minded. They're these boys. Oh, Nana Boateng. That's right. Nana Boateng is in. Now, we've had an issue with Nana Boateng already, which is absolutely wonderful. Is that he's already come into the club. As he's having a bit of fun, bit of ants on his first ever training session, he's got himself injured. He's out for 9 days to 4 weeks. So that's brilliant. Absolutely wonderful. But as you'll see, he's got great bravery, great aggression. Natural fitness is up there. His stamina's great. Work rate's good. He's got everything to be our ball-winning midfielder. The tough player in the midfield that we needed. He can play in the defensive needed as well. He can play in a defensive midfield place as well. So he's got a lot of positions that he can play with. And he also has got a lot of experience. He's a good player at the age of 30. I think, you know, he's played away in Romania, not the toughest leagues, Finland and the United States. But he had his time at Man City, sorry. So let's use that as a positive. I don't know. He's never quite cut it. But this is his moment. So we're really happy to bring in Nana Boateng. The other boy's this guy. It's Jacob Sorensen. He's 26 years old. And he's, again, a ball-winning midfielder. Can play defensive midfield, halfback, anchor. All of those positions very, very well. He can also play box-to-box, which helps us massively. And that'll be important with him in the team as well. We've brought him in for £2 million. All right, £2 million for him. He's already averaged it at 6.4 to 8.6. So we should make money on him. He's a star player for us. Will he be a star player is a different question. And one we'll find out throughout the season. I mean, whenever I click star player to try and bring a player in, they don't often play it. So we'll see. But I'm happy with those. Are you happy with those decisions? Should I have brought someone else? You let me know. Get into the chat. Get in down below and let me know what you think. Before we leave today, before we talk about when you're coming back, we will look at some of the other deals that have happened in the Premier League. Big transfers as well. Man United spending a lot, 169 million there. Man City, 26 players out. But the big deals are Duje Kelta, Carr, 55 million pounds. This is the kind of money that the big teams are playing with. And look at those stats. Wonderful stats. Not a big goal scorer for a defender, but here you go. He would absolutely smash it in our team. 16 positioning, 16 passing, heading's amazing, strength amazing. What a player. 55 million. That could be a bargain, to be honest, if he plays well for them. Ruben Neves has finally made a move. He has gone to PSG. £78 million. An incredible deal. An incredible player. He's already smashing it there anyway. So he's doing well. This, for me, is the interesting one. It is that City getting rid of players. They brought in Ode for £11.5 million. But look at all of the players who've left. Ilic, Muric, Tedic, Mbappe. Mbete, Thompson, Braff, Quinos. It just goes on and on. Bernardo Silva there, 40.5. Ravella, 20 mil. These are picking out some of the big boys. Emre Can has gone back to Liverpool. Loads of players going out on loan as per usual. Harwood Bellis at the bottom going to Tottenham. So there's been loads of movement at Manchester City. Liverpool have made some big transfers as well, it has to be said. With Diogo Costa coming in for 29.5. Emre Can, and this one, £20 million for Hudson-Odoi. Good team. Good team. The ones they've let go are just freeze players they're not too worried about. So, look, it's going to be difficult for us. When are we coming back? Well, there's two standout fixtures here, and they come in two performances. So we're going to come back for both of them. That's what we're going to do. We're going to come back for Manchester United and Chelsea. There is a week between the two games. But what is worrying is that there's 2 games, to get to those. And I'm worried about them as well. So we'll see what we can do here, guys. Try and keep up. Try and get some points. Let me know how you feel we've done in the transfer window. Thanks for watching. We're all Wednesday, ain't we? Remember to click subscribe and do all the beautiful stuff. I'll see you next time. Toodle pip.